it's your girl Marquita Vian with another episode. So today I just want to discuss an awesome message about pushing in spite of. I want to discuss this because, hunty, it's been bliss and blessings. However, in the midst of the bliss and the blessings, there are things that will come up against you. And myself, not to just elaborate, and it ain't been major, but I've had some major things that have, I've went throughout the period of my 30 years. However, recently it's been, maybe little minor things that can add up and sometimes try to get you out your vibe, take you off your rockers. And so I just wanted to come on here and just give you some encouragement. First and foremost, yesterday, well, the past week from that last video, I should have uploaded the previous video about when I did the interview and why you should cry by the time this is uploaded. And so just going through those emotions and things, and you putting in this and you doing this and you thinking you doing things as you should be doing them, and you still may still go through some things. I want to say that was Zig Ziglar. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong certain times, especially when you getting things off the ground. And I want to say my bishop said that right when you're going into purpose and living out your life purpose, there will be demonic things that try to come and stand up against you. However, we do know that our God is greater than any force that try to come against us. So that's why we have to be diligent and, consistent with being in the word and doing what we should do to be able to fight against those things that try to come up against us. Because I don't care how good you are of a person, or what all you're doing right in the Lord, the enemy will still come up against and do things to try to attack you, just because you are good and you're living by the word of God and things like that, to try to discourage you and deter you from that life purpose and what you're doing in the Lord. That's what enemy is here for. But however, joy does come in the morning, and you should prevail. Like, the enemy does not win over our great God. So, and I want to just come on and encourage you all, because I know I'm a faithful person. I'm in the word, and I aim to do things as pleasant as possible. However, nobody's perfect. And so these just last couple of weeks, and just things and where I'm at, because this season I'm totally trusting God. And even in things that I'm trusting, another thing, it may seem like it's a delay, in this season. However, delay doesn't mean denied. So you have to continue to stay the course and remember why you started. Remember why you started, to keep going. Remember the purpose that you've been called to do. And just because you're going through something doesn't mean that that purpose is not still the purpose in which you should be fulfilling in your life's journey. So, though we may face the challenges, it's not the challenges. I want to just say it's how we respond. What is your response? Yesterday, it was a trip. I had to take a breath even in the moment, because it was a little frustration, because I'm like, okay, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, and it wasn't nothing big, but I had to literally take a breath, make sure I didn't respond out of anger. And my daughter, because it was something I gave her, one of my cards, and I was like, go get this, and she lost it. I'm like, I needed the card, like, yeah, but it was just kind of like, really. And so I'm like, okay, well, because I don't even know if that card is on my Apple Pay. So I'm like, okay, I gotta wait for a card to come. I was like, I got stuff coming up. So anyhow, I was like, let me just take some breaths. We're gonna look forward. I said, well, it is what it is. And we started laughing because it was like, even in that moment, after taking the breath, after taking the breaths, it was funny because we had to think on the last time that it had happened, and it was with her getting it. And so, just being able to laugh in the midst of the storm, like, God, really? Like, you know, it was funny. And so, then just still trusting in the midst of the storm. Like, in the season I am, I'm still being obedient to what I need to be doing, what I would normally do per se, and even maybe going above that in some ways, because I know this too should pass. This is just a season. And so right after I was obedient to the word, and then I listened to the Spirit yesterday evening, just coming and not responding so quickly, just being still and knowing. And I had put that on my note yesterday on Instagram. Before that, yeah, I was like, be still and know. And that was just being still. Sometimes we're trying to constantly think we got to do this to fix this, and do this and do this and do that and do that. And sometimes it's just being still. Like doing nothing. Doing nothing is doing something. When you're in the right headspace, when you're collecting yourself, when you're, you know, trusting. So, not saying doing nothing is just doing nothing, but when you know the perspective you have behind doing nothing, and it's let me surrender this moment. Let me collect me, and surrender the moment is to your higher power. I call God. Let me surrender this to God. Let me collect myself. Let me take some deep breaths. Let me let this thing, let it, you know, flow right now. And then come up with something. And then I will move from that space to get to a better place. So that's what doing nothing means when you have the right mindset and perspective behind why you choosing to not do anything in this space right now, in this time. Because something is working and something is happening, but it's not you. Because today, after doing nothing and just taking a pause, and before I make any decisions on what I'm going to do or how I'm going to respond physically, guess what? The Spirit guided. The Spirit guided me, literally. And I found what I was looking for when I gave it over to a higher power. Instead of me, okay, let me do this, let me cancel it up. You know, sometimes we trying to react too soon. And it's not about always taking action. It's sometimes about us being able to chill out. Maybe you need to chill out. That's what I want to tell you today. Maybe you got to chill out. You're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. You think you need to do this to fix this, and do that to fix this, and all this different stuff you got going on. Chill out, sis. Chill out, bro. It ain't on you to fix everything all the time. So take a chill pill. It's okay. Take your hands up off of that thing. Release it. Collect yourself. Take you some deep breaths. And let things flow and come together. And you're going to be like, wow, that's just like, I mean, and I got to see the miracles and everything that has happened this week. If I'm going to talk about, you know, the little things that was challenging me, I also have to bring forth the great miracles that just formed with manifestation. You know, I'm big on manifesting. And so, literally, like, this week, again, people invested into me that doesn't know me on my Pink Link podcast, and then sponsors coming for. Because sometimes we always think we got to do everything and this and this and that. And the pieces are coming together when we're not even knowing they're coming together. Or we may not think they're coming together. People look working in the background. The angels, God, the universe is working for our good. Long as we're believing on those good things happening for us, and we're standing in that good state, in that place. And that's why I'm on here doing this video, because even though I was facing with those challenges, I was conscious enough to make sure I don't let it get me out of whack and out of vibration. That's why I was like, okay, now this is another thing that piled up. Let me take some deep breaths and collect myself to see what I need to do to respond. And, you know, what I got was take my hands off of this right now and just let it flow, let it come together. Don't get upset about it. Laugh about the situation, because I couldn't help but to laugh about it. And, you know, what can I take from this? And know that no matter what it seemed like, no matter how it's looking, it is working for my good. It is working for my good. No matter what happens, whether it seems like it's not, whether it is and it looks like it is all working for my good. Like, hey, it is. I don't care. You know, I don't care about the little things that may not come together, or it seem like they come together, because at the end, it is working for me. And that's what I want you to get. Like, it's working for you, even if this happens, or that happens, or this happens, or that happens, or this happens, or this don't go right, or you don't get this, or this door closed, or that door closed, or this door open, you know, and then it closed, or this door open and it's open, and you there, and however, it's working. It's working for your good. And you got to remember and get that and know that nothing is in vain. So, yes, because I was just blessed. I was, like I said, it seemed like I've come to a place that even my challenges, like, bring about so many more lessons and continue to strengthen me. And, you know, though I'm claiming a place where it's lesser, which it has become lesser challenges for me. Definitely I get more bliss and blessings in my daily life, because I'm grateful and thankful for everything. And so I definitely am grateful that I am in a better place. And so even though in that better place, when things surface, I'm grateful to be able to look at those things and take the lessons, learn from them, bring about solutions to continue to improve and be better, and then get on this platform to share with others my experiences, so that they can maybe realize and look at something from a different perspective in their lives to continue to improve and be better, because that is my purpose. This is what's always been in my heart to do. I'm literally about to cry, because I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do it. And I've always wanted to inspire and uplift people from my hurts and my pains and things that I've maybe overcome or struggled with, to use my stuff, my junk, to help them, because I went through it. I've come out. So I know what it feels to be there, you know. And so, and that's even with the small things that can come up against us and challenge us. And this is just liberation. This is so fulfilling for me. I was thinking about today in church when Pastor Bishop was preaching, you know, when I used to fight against my purpose and my calling. And then I know I was called to do this, because during that time I was fighting or I felt hopeless. And I always said during my darkest time, and I just thought it was no purpose for me. If you go look at some old videos or whatever, you probably heard me say this scripture 100 times. I'm hoping I'm getting it right still. But Psalms 118, 17, 18. I shall not die, but live and declare the words of the Lord Almighty. For he has chastened me sore, but he has not given me over into death. And so that is something that sticks with me. When I'm not seeing or thinking things should be where I want them to be, no matter where I'm at, no matter what it looks like, I'm fulfilled by me continue to go in spite of, you know, the numbers, or in spite of who support me or who don't, or what door is open and what door hasn't. Because me just doing this and putting it out there is me doing the works of the Lord. Because if one person watch it, that has blessed me to help that one person who may just need what I've had to say or share with them, and they're able to get something out of it, apply to their lives, and become a better human being, a better person, mentally, spiritually, physically. And so that's enough. I mean, yeah, I do desire, and I know more is coming. I claim it in my life, and I'm going to sit here and manifest and say that greater is here and greater is continued to come on the horizons. However, I am thankful for where I'm at, to be able to share where I'm at, because I received the call to do what I'm doing. And I was telling someone, my goal is to continue to be able to expand, to speak on stages and inspire people, you know, the masses. However, the masses start here where I'm at. I'm not going to wait until they're open. As Bishop said, whoo, had to get that praise break, because he was preaching today, honey. The spirit was there and flowing. Even in delay, you have to be working on what you want to show up. So I'm not in delay. I'm not waiting for a door to open. I'm continue to work and create my own door, my own space and platform where I'm at. So even when you're delayed, he mentioned J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. She was on a train. She was delayed. And that's when she got creative. And she wrote Harry Potter. The character came up to her then. So when you're delayed and you're waiting on certain things to show up and be in fruition in your life, you have to be working on what you're waiting on. If you wait to be married, you have to be working on being that lady that he's looking for once he shows up, so that he may know you and you may know him. You can't just be waiting for, you know, something and not doing anything. Now, you have to be doing something in this space, you know. You have to be working on you. You have to be working on being a good wife. You have to be working on being a speaker, because at one point, I don't think I could have had the confidence to do a lot of things that I'm doing now. However, in the seasons and years, throughout the years, I just continue to show up and talk, even when I didn't, even now, like, you know, listen to me, you know, that country twang I got, but I've had to embrace my voice and embrace talking with my tongue that I got picked with on the lisp. All those things I have to embrace and love about me, and not let it make me feel self-conscious about me, and not and discouraging me from even showing up doing these videos. So I had to embrace a lot of my flaws to even continue with the journey of the purpose I know God has called me to do. So, you know, just doing these videos over time, so when I am on this stage, I'm not self-conscious about, oh, I'm talking with my tongue, or, you know, or what about what anyone saying about me talking with my tongue or my lisp. Because that's not even in my mind. My mind is beyond that. My mind is purposeful. My mind is reaching someone and changing someone's life, not about me and my flaws, in which we all have. It goes deeper than that for me. It's giving myself away. I had to give myself away in the things that I may didn't like about myself at one point, because now I love all of me. I embrace and accept all of me to be able to give me to others, because if I'm not right with me, how can I expect others to receive me? I have to be able to have done the work within me to love me, you know, to be sitting here before you, you know, confident enough to share with you things that I used to didn't like about myself, or however. Because if I didn't, I'd be like, I don't want them to see me talking with my tongue. I won't be able to show up like I need to show up. I'll be dimming myself, and I'm not going to dim who I am, because I know who I am. I know whose I am first and foremost. And so, yeah, this video probably have took another segment, a turn, but it's all in purpose. It's all in me being able to get through to someone who needs that word. And I definitely hope that it helps you to overcome anything you may be struggling with, from when I was just saying, when you're stuck, and and being able to respond to things and not let the things get the best of you, to accepting all of you and making sure that you remember your why and why you need to be doing, and accepting all of who you are to be able to even give yourself to someone else. That's just like the good to him for me. I have to do what's good to him for me before I can even show up for anyone else. I can't be showing up for everybody and not showing up for Marquita, because if I'm not showing up for me, I can't pour from an empty cup. I have to fill my cup before I can give you anything. I can't give you anything I don't have. If there's nothing in the cup, ain't nobody drinking. So therefore, I have to fill that cup up, which is within me, to be able to pour out to give you. So, I always say, you are great in the life you desire, you create. So get out, create, and live life you desire. Blessings to you. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the video. And definitely comment and dialogue with me. I was talking to someone yesterday. I was like, I ain't been getting your video. You ain't been posting, girl. I'm like, yes, I have. She was like, well, maybe I need to start coming out. I said, yeah, you do. And you know who I'm talking about. If you watching today, make sure you comment, girl. And all you all too, comment below. And let me shameless plug. I'm hoping, this will be up before the event, but I'm having a Pink Link Podcast Mother's Day brunch, and I would love to see you there. Make sure you check that link that I'll be dropping in the description box. My link tree has everything on there for you to be able to get a ticket if there's any seats left, because I'm claiming this will be a sold out event. And so most definitely tune in, and hey, link up with us with the brunch or however. But go enjoy your day, and bless to you once again. Okay, y'all, so I just come out the restroom, and like yesterday and just consistently lately, when you're in alignment, like, your energy and people will be drawn to that energy. So what did you say when I came out?
She is popping. She has energy all around her, and it's bright. That's a purpose. That's a purpose. She's walking in her purpose.
Wow.
Many are called, but few are chosen.
About. Wow, y'all, like, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Blessings.